Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to another Sleepy Sunday Let's Play episode with the game ICY Frostbite Edition. And, well, we've only done the one episode and we've only gone through the introduction, so not a lot to say really. We're surviving in a post-apocalyptic icy wasteland. And it is literally surviving. We are on the brink of extinction here. And we got attacked by these nasty people who then took us captive and were sending us to these strange people who have far more technological know-how than we ever did. They were very, very pumped up on super duper armor and guns. And they didn't want some of us. They took the family, which thankfully included the really annoying wife. So she's gone. I guess we're going to go and try and find them. And then as we were going away, we got attacked by the big nasty tribe in the area who would just like go out and rape and pillage people. We managed to escape, thankfully. We've got a few extra people with us now. And that's it really. That's where we left it. We've come through a tunnel. We've found this lovely little wasteland around here, and we're kicking it all off. Now, as I said, this is a blind Let's Play, so I have no idea what's going to happen. I think when you are playing such a story-driven game as this one is, it's best not to look too deeply into it. All I can tell you is that we have 8 food, we have 30 bullets, which is also our monies, and we have 10 medicine, and a question mark in front of us. So I suggest we go there and see what's going on. I mean, right now, everyone's got like exclamation marks next to them. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Experience available 3. I don't think we can upgrade. No, we can't. Cost 3. Cost 6. I mean, we can put firearms or melee up, but we're really going for the bow at the moment, so I'm not too fussed by that. Does that mean everyone else can be upgraded right now, or is it just to talk with them? I think it's just to talk with them. There's not a lot we can do here. Go south to escape from any bandits that might be pursuing you and your companions. That's what we're doing right now. Other than that, inventory-wise... Oh, this is our inventory. You can use it to equip your characters. I'm sure we did all this bit. Or humour it. Or humour it. Yeah, we know about the crafting menu. Right, so we got a sewing kit. You don't want holes in your clothes. It's really cold out there. Surely, though, using a needle will make holes. I won't look too deeply into that. Timber, yeah, it's everything we caught on off the tutorial, in all fairness. Nothing too crazy there. What does Jerome have? Pretty much the same. Oh, is it a shared inventory? Is that how that works? I presume it's a shared inventory. Alright. Alright. So, I mean, we can talk to people. Should we have a quick word with everyone before we go off and get everyone killed? Probably the best thing to do. What brings you to old Jerome? His past, the veil, his contact, his eye. Ah, his eye. His eye. Never ask any person who has a very obvious ailment about said ailment. It generally puts them on the defensive. That's what I've learned in life. I think we'll stick to that. What can you tell me about the veil? Or contact of the wind tower? Let's go with the veil. There isn't much to be told. The Vale is a little territory mostly surrounded by woods and mountains. That's why it's a safe area. Alright. The Vale is a safe place, but there are different reasons behind that safety. First of all, as I already told you, it's fairly enclosed, and that means less travellers around. But the real secret is that most people in the Vale are poor. I've travelled a lot, and I can assure you that the Wind Tower is a crappy backwater village compared to some of the towns I've seen in the plains. Alright, well, what about your past? I might as well go through it all. Bet 1. I've travelled a lot before ending up with this family, and I've seen many different places and different people. Only the pricks are pretty much the same wherever you go. That's true, friend. I hear that. I was born a nomad, and I will die a nomad. Every wanderer dreams about settling in a safe and warm place, but most of them just keep roaming around until they take their last breath. I abandoned my first family when I was 20 years old. We lost each other during a snowstorm, and I never managed to find them. Oh, that's savage. We were travelling in the Great Plains, a dangerous place with scarce landmarks. Luckily for me, I found a new family after 2 months. I kept searching for my parents for a while, but it was a lost cause. Are you still interested in hearing about this? I warn you, that was only the beginning. You know what? I'm pretty intrigued now. I'm pretty intrigued. Let's see what else has gone wrong for him. Sure, I like my new family. They allow me to take more risks and do some exciting stuff. I finally started enjoying my dangerous daily routine. I was young and I was unable to find happiness in a quiet life. I was craving some action. I was craving, not craving. I was craving some action, but my parents always tried to protect me, to keep me away from any kind of danger. I discovered the troubles of living a life of adventure just a year later. Our family was attacked by a group of red horsemen. That's the ones, the bastards. Most of us were killed. The women were enslaved and I was left for dead on the ground. I was alone again. I barely managed to survive and I learnt about caution the hard way. I travelled to a nearby settlement and some people were kind enough to allow me to stay with them for a while, letting my wounds heal. I remember that I was incredibly grateful and surprised. I'd never heard of anyone else getting inside a settlement so easily. Are you still with me, or maybe you want me to continue some other time? No, go on. Where were we? Oh yes, my short experience as a settled man. They were really kind, but it was obvious that I couldn't stay for long. The settlement was already too crowded. Among these people there was Hector, a young but capable lad. The man who our leader for so many years that I still can't really believe he's dead. Hector asked me to join him. He was about to leave the settlement with some other people, like Goran, but he was no expert on nomadic lifestyle. That's how our family was born. I'm thankful for that. I've never seen it fall apart, despite all the dangers we've faced. We travelled a lot, but the world outside the Vale is dangerous. That was why 5 years ago we decided to come here. Many things changed since the day we became a family. We lost many people, but we also found a lot of new friends. Then 2 years ago we found you, a mysterious guy of amnesia. The tale is over. I didn't give you a lot of details about everything that happened after my meeting with Hector, but it doesn't matter. It was nothing that you didn't see during the last 2 years with us. Bandits, beasts, and so on. The only thing that is in the Vale, the only different thing is that in the Vale, those things are not that common. So did you like that little story of mine? You know what? We're not going to push him. Yeah, thanks, Jerome. So, well, I don't know, his contact. He's a friend of mine. We used to travel together, but he eventually decided to live at the wind tower after Wolf used his right leg as a chew toy. Oh, savage. Poor guy, he didn't deserve that. I'm not going to ask about his eye. We'll leave the eye for the time being. Right, so, who's the little girl? What do you need, glorious leader? Oh, she's Saki, is she? She's one of them. Well, who are you? What's your name, where you come from? I can, but it won't be easy for me. I lived as an outcast until Jerome invited me to join his family. It's not pleasant to unearth these parts of my past. Oh, I'm just curious. I'm not here to judge anyone. Don't worry, I can do that. But don't complain if I choose to end the tale another day. One shouldn't dig too much into painful memories. My story begins 24 years ago. I was born in a large nomad family. We were many, and the cattle used to breed fed us every day. I was different from the others. I already understood that in my youth, thanks to the other children and their innocent cruelty. My thoughts and my words were branded as strange and mad, just like they are today. People don't understand the notion of difference. They need a simple world with simple rules. I couldn't bear being different. As soon as my parents died, I became an outcast, hated and despised. That's why I left them, to search for different people who'd also walk my different path. I left them, and it was the best decision I'd ever made. I travelled for 2 years around the world. I've learnt its mechanisms and the mentality of its people. Only ignorance described the world and its inhabitants using simple words and rules. They're too limited to search for anything beyond their perceived truths. I finally found Jerome and Hector 4 years ago, and that was a joyful day. They accepted me, and I don't care whether they thought I was just some crazy girl because I became part of something. That's all that matters. And you accepted me too. That's why I don't preoccupy myself with how others view me. I just want to be myself without being mistreated because of that. Yeah, you're not a fool. You're not a fool, you're just unlike the others. That is not a problem. After all, you'd never put us in danger. That's it. That's what they said, that I was a danger. I am not. I'm more capable of surviving than most of the people I meet. Anyway, the tale isn't finished yet, but I'll tell you its ending in the future. I don't like to recall those times. I already do that too often in my head. Yeah, alright, fair enough. We won't push her. Demetrius smiles. Yes, let's get back to our journey. Alright, next one. What can I do for you? Okay. Let's ask about your past. My past? Well, I've always lived as a nomad, wandering on the mantle and struggling to survive day after day. Despite our conditions and what we have to do to survive, I feel lucky. I have my faith to guide me and my man to comfort me. People made fun of me because of my faith in God, but it's always given me strength, made me endure the hardest moments. I've never lost hope, and that's why I'm still alive. I have Carlos to brighten my day too. We met a long time ago, and we've always been together since that day. Nothing in the world managed to tear us apart. Everything else is just a story like many others. We've been in different families, we fought for our lives, and we had our good times and bad times. Let's ask about Carlos then. My lovely husband. Behind that mask, he hides a soft spot. That's why I fell in love with him. He's smart and resourceful, even if he's always so cynical. A man after my own heart. I like to think that we're complementary. Complementary, even. He's better at seeing evil and danger. I'm better at seeing hope and goodness. We need each other to balance our perspective on life. I understand why so many people don't like Carlos. He doesn't really try to get the others' approval. He'd rather say what he thinks and what he feels is right. I'm with him on that. But as I said, there are feelings and principles deep inside him. Things get to him more than he would admit. He's a good guy, but that's the reason why I love him. Ah, true love. Yes, let's go about her faith then. She smiles. I am a Christian, like many others, but unlike many others, I really seek to live following good principles. A lot of the ancients were Christian. Religion was very important back then. Today people forget that there's a higher purpose to our life and that our struggles will lead to an eternal reward. Faith is my strength, my beacon of light in the world of cold darkness, and even if people sometimes mock me, I think they envy me this strength. Yeah, alright. I don't like getting into the whole hoo-ha's when it comes to religion. I'm not here to mock anyone or say anything otherwise, but what I will say on any religion is whatever gets you through your life. You do whatever you need to do to be happy. And if religion is part of it, then all power to you. Let's give out our mission. It seems like a dangerous task to me, but I understand that you feel like you have no other choice. It would be cruel to abandon your friends. Let's try to track down those people and learn more about them. I will pray for our success. Alright, okay. Carlos now then, I presume? Yes. Why, hello there. Is there something you want to talk about? Yeah, why not? So, what's the deal between you and April? Marriage, the oldest of all deals. It's a classic story. We found love in this wicked world and decided to survive together as a couple until death do us part. Our secret is that she's patient enough to tolerate my personality, and I... Carlos pauses for a second. I guess I can make her laugh. It's a good thing to make someone laugh when life is nothing more than an eternal struggle within a cruel world, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It makes everything easy to bear. Yeah. It's nice to find someone who doesn't need to take everything seriously. Anyway, was there something else you wanted to discuss? Let's ask about the mission, I suppose. Do you want an honest opinion? It's a fucked up situation, but I understand that you want to free your friends. As long as you won't carelessly put us in danger, we'll help you. No problem in that. But if you ask me, I don't think we will see their faces again. I appreciate your honesty, Carlos. I think me and you are going to be getting on alright. Not that we won't be seeing each other the rest of the day. He's got a good sense of humour. And the other girl, Eva. Eva smiles when you approach her. What can you tell me about yourself? What do you want to know? There isn't really much to say, I guess. I've lived as a survivor just like everyone else. Nothing really happened in my life until I was captured by bandits and joined this family. Even if we always have something to worry about, I've done more things since that moment than in my entire life prior to it. What about your parents? I lived with them as a nomad, but they didn't travel as much as we do now. Life was kind of easier for me back then. I really miss them, but everyone walking in the White Wasteland knows that people die every day. I must accept the fact that they're no longer here. They cared for me, maybe even too much. I never had the chance to do anything on my own, and I didn't like how much they worried about me. At least I can grow stronger now, learn how to survive on my own, help the people travelling with me. I feel useful. Right, well, there we go. We've met the gang. We've met the gang. There's nothing else to do, really, than to sort of crack on and play the game. So let's get to this question mark and get away from whoever might still be chasing us. You spot an old house and tell everyone to head on inside. You should be safe and able to rest here, at least for a time. Well, we can stay here for the night. I don't think they'll be coming after us. Fine, let's see if there's something useful in this place. The group starts to scavenge inside the building. It looks like someone's shelter, but it has clearly been abandoned years ago. You find some useful supplies, such as a couple of handmade bows, some arrows, 2 very rusty blades, and 3 bandages that seem clean enough to be useful. Nice. While Demetra is preparing a fire, you see Eva speaking up. What shall we do now? Tomorrow we'll get as far from here as possible. It's the safest thing to do. Don't worry, we'll keep you safe. They won't get us again. We'll survive like we always do, one way or another. Or say nothing. I think we need words of encouragement for the group. We've just been thrown together. Who knows what the hell's going on? We're going to survive. That's what we do. We're survivors. I don't think I'll be able to keep running like we did today. You can leave me here. I can take care of myself. While Eva is talking, Jerome motions you to come closer. You then turn your attention again to the girl. Out of the question. Don't even think about it. I'm not going to leave you alone to die in these woods. Why would you say that? We'd never abandon someone just like that. We must stay together. We need to stay together if we want to survive. You're coming with us? Or we'll go and talk to Jerome. I'm going to ask her why she's like... She's obviously got this streak for her where she thinks she has to prove that she can survive by herself. That's not needed. We're all here. We're all friends. Well, we're all... Well, family. We're family now. We've been thrown into this all together. We're family. I'm not a child. I'm all capable of taking care of myself. Yeah, I thought so. No one can survive alone. We need your help. I'm sure of that. I don't think so. I'm sure of that, but that doesn't mean you need to be alone. Life out here is easier with someone watching your back. Yeah, we don't really want to piss her off and say, no one can do it alone, because being a teenager, she's going to be like, well, screw you, I can't. So I'm going to say, I'm sure of that. Eva lowers her eyes and waits a few seconds before answering. Fine, but I don't want to be treated like a child. I'm old enough to deserve some respect. And you'll have it, I promise you. Now let me talk to my friend. We'll see about that. Now let me go talk to my friend. Looks like we have a deal. Now let me go talk to my friend. He seems to be on edge. That's kind of speaking down to her by saying it's a deal. I'm going to go and you'll have it. Okay. And thank you for being nice to me. I'm tired of people that only see me as a little kid. She turns away and goes to sit near the fire. As long as you pull your weight, I'm fine with that. You can finally approach Jerome, who seems eager to talk to you. Now listen to me and listen carefully. You know how it works with families and new people. We are here with 3 strangers, but the girl is clearly too young to have any authority on this matter. Dimitri and I will just pretend that you were our leader already. The tradition is that the newcomer accepts the family leadership, and we can't tell them that our leader died the same day the bandits attacked us. We'll treat them as new members of our family, and since there is an actual leader, that Carlos guy won't argue with that. Or at least I hope so. Are you okay with this? Why did you choose me? Will I really be leader, or is that just a farce? Or I like it. I don't really want to say I like the idea of being a leader. So it hasn't been established that I am the leader yet, so I could say, why me, I suppose. Let's do that. Me? No, I'm too old for that, and I don't have the strength to be the leader. You've proven to be a resourceful person. You'll do just fine. Just remember to listen to old Jerome's advice, will you? Now let's go talk to our new companions. When everyone is gathered around the fire, Carlos begins what will be a long discussion. So, what now? Do we know where we are? Yes, this is the Vale, a relatively enclosed territory not so far from where we got caught. And what shall we do now? I suppose we have to choose a new leader, don't we? So, speechcraft, it won't be necessary. We will welcome you as newcomers and you will accept our current leader. I can assure you that you won't regret this choice. Intimidate, you stand up and give Carlos an intimidating look. No, I am the one in charge, and as the tradition dictates, I will be your new leader. End of discussion. Or let Jerome speak. Wait for Jerome to say something. Well, I've got to step up here. If I'm the leader, I've got to step up, don't I? That's a given. So let's go if it won't be necessary. So we are the newcomers now. I can accept that, but know that I won't shut up just because you say so. We want to be treated fairly. And you will be. You can be sure of that. You'll be treated like everyone else. Yeah, you'll be treated equally. I hope so. So what should we do now? Our friends are in the hands of some incredibly well-equipped fighters who deal with local bandits for reasons unknown. We need to track them down and hopefully save them. It would also allow us to discover where these goons got all their gear. They had everything that a survivor needs, and then some. I'm getting old, and it would be nice to finally live a decent life. But their direction is unknown to us. We can't just ask everyone we meet if they have seen some mercenaries passing by. They might be one of those mercenary groups. They're usually rich and well-equipped. We may not want to deal with them at all, actually. We can't ignore the fact that their friends were kidnapped either. It's a good point. Good point. Survival is a priority, I suppose. The first thing we need to do is ensure our survival. We have nothing right now, and we can't face high-tech soldiers without some decent equipment and lots of supplies. Very true. Very true. We need some leads. We need a direction to follow. As Dimitri said, we can't just travel around and ask people about them. Or maybe Jerome has a plan. I mean, he's been out there. He's a nomad. He knows the way of the world. I would argue that survival is a priority. So survival is priority, I suppose. I agree with that. It's crazy to start tracking a group of killers with only a couple of handmade bows. We need to get back on our feet. Yeah, but we can do that while searching for them. I'm not saying we should do anything stupid, just look for them and our friends. I have a friend not too far from here. Lives in a settlement called the Wind Tower. He's a weapons trader and maybe he'll know more about them. He deals with special stuff too. So if those mercenaries are locals, he may know them. How far is this place? No more than a couple of days from here, I'm pretty sure of it. 3 skill points gained. Nice. So we're tracking the bandits. Updated. People keep talking and you quickly discover that April and Carlos are good company. Eva is a little more silent, but she seems to know enough about survival not to be a problem for your group. Awesome. I mean, at this point, maybe I should look at giving people weapons. So we've got 2 bows, 2 knives. Well, there's me. I mean, I deserve a bow. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. That's fine. So that's fine. Carlos, bronze cover. I mean, he's a bower as well, isn't he? 3 points. Yeah, he's a bower. Is there anyone else who's better at bowing? Oh, you're a melee girl. Another bower. He's a gunner. Even Eva's a bower. In fact, she's the same as us. You know what? I'm going to give Jerome the bow. I went hunting with him after all. Demetra, you got the knife. Everyone else is a bit rubbish. I mean, I'll give Carlos a knife. It's better than nothing, I suppose. And that'll be it for that. Right, so on we go, I guess. You find the town and start looking around. There aren't a lot of buildings here, but the place seems relatively unspoiled. Jerome comes near you and lowers his voice to a whisper. Go with Carlos and April. Watch how they behave. Then he turns around and addresses the rest. You'll split into groups and go search for supplies. Check the buildings that aren't too damaged or look like they've been looted 100 times over. I will take the northern area with Eva and Demetra. Our fantastic boss will go with the lovely couple to check the southern part of town. Fine by me. Are we looking for something in particular? I mean, some weapons would be good. We're not all fully kitted out yet, so weapons would be good. We can't defend ourselves wielding branches and throwing rocks for the rest of our lives. Tools? They're just to sell. And anything we can. No, we're going to go for weapons. Okay, let's not waste our time checking those buildings over. Though this one looks promising. You spend some time searching around the structures. Sadly, without the proper tools, like a flashlight or a crowbar, it's not easy to find a place that hasn't already been completely looted. While you're walking across the road, you hear April calling out for you and Carlos. Guys, come over here, I found something interesting. You see April standing among some trees near the border of the town. She is pointing her finger towards a building hidden by the grove. It's a strange looking building, but it seems intact. Since it's out of sight, you get your hopes up that it hasn't been looted yet, or at least not completely. Well, that looks promising. Let's take a look inside. You get closer to the building and reach for the door handle. You slowly open the door and allow the light to come inside. The interior is full of dust and dirt. It looks like it's been decades since anyone has been here. Searching around, you discover the building's last inhabitants, mummified bodies of ancient soldiers who probably sought refuge from the wall. It seems the corpses haven't been disturbed since the soldiers passed away. Maybe they were wounded. Maybe they ran out of food. Whatever the case, almost all of their flesh is gone, making it impossible to tell how they died. Oh my god, are they ancient people? Light military clothes, no snow equipment, heavily decomposed bodies. Yes, they're either ancients or some of the first survivors. I mean, inspect the bodies, search the main room, explore the rest of the building. Let's search their bodies. They might have weapons. Ugh. The bodies aren't much more than skeletons with slight remnants of rotten flesh. You start searching through their belongings, hoping to find something useful. They look like soldiers, but I see no weapons around here. Somebody must have already looted this place. Maybe it was a long time ago. Perhaps they missed something. You spend some extra time 25 bullets, nice. You spend some extra time thoroughly checking the bodies and their possessions. Finally, you discover 24 bullets and 3 pistols. Oh, okay. They're a bit rusty, but they still work. Finally, some luck. I mean, they're no assault rifles, but at least we'll be able to shoot back at anyone who comes at us guns blazing. Their backpacks will be useful too. Not that I enjoy the back pain at the end of the day, but we have nothing else to carry this stuff right now. Well, let's search the main room now, I suppose. The room is large and full of dust. There is no furniture, only the bodies and their belongings are lying around. There's nothing of interest in the room besides the corpses. Well, let's explore the building then. You go through the door on the other side of the room and find yourself in a smaller area. There's some strange electrical equipment connected by tangles of wires here. It appears as if you could remove some parts from the device, but it's hard to tell if they will be worth anything to anyone. Well, take some anyway, I suppose. Success! You managed to remove some electrical parts and put them in your backpack. Afterwards, you walk away from the device. It's letting me search again, but is it going to say the same thing? It is. Okay, we'll leave. Well, at least we didn't waste our time. You spend some more time searching around town as you make your way back to the centre. Once there, you wait for the others to return. It's not long until you see Jerome, Demetra and Eva gather at the rendezvous point. Looks like they may have found something too. So, how did it go? We got lucky. Our fearless Eva, right here, snuck through a little hole into one of the buildings and found some useful things inside. I've told you I'm a capable survivor. Besides, I had a good teacher. I'm sure you did. Jerome smiles at the girl. Anyway, she found some handy stuff in here. An old gun, a decent crowbar and some rope. Nice. Oh, and some medicine. There wasn't much else to get, but I did manage to grab some medical plants I'd spotted. They're good for healing wounds. Ooh, we found some weapons in the first place we looked, then a hunting rifle hidden inside a house. Sadly, we didn't find anything else of use. Not bad, now we can travel feeling a little safer than before. We're done here, let's go find my friend. You stuff everything you found into your backpacks and walk away from the town. Some optimism in the group finally shows through. Alright, excuse me a second. Just a coughing fit. Right, so I suppose at this point we should probably get people equipped. So, inventory. So I'm a bower, so I'm going to keep the bow. Jerome is a bower. He keeps his bow. Demetra is a bower. Or a shank. No, she's more of a shanker. April is a bower or a gunner. So we can give her a gun. So we've got a hunting rifle. A good and reliable rifle made for hunting beasts. Perfect for shooting humans. Actions available in contact. And then the assault rifle is capable of shooting, but it's rusted through and will probably jam in the middle of an important fight. You've been warned. Well, that's not very good. Let's give her the hunting rifle. Ooh. Then again, let's give Carlos the hunting rifle. He's got a better shot. And Eva, she's a bower. Machete. Not the best weapon out there, but sharper than your bare hands. Or machete. Crowbar, exceptional tool. Simple axe used to chop wood, but also living things when necessary. You got one. They've both got one. I'm going to give April the axe. I'm just going to give Eva the... I've got the machete as well. You know what? Have the machete. And you can have the machete too. Why not? I'm sure nothing wrong will ever come of giving a child a very sharp knife. I'm pretty sure I've read stories of it always being successful. So I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Into the forest or just below the forest? I mean, as far as... Well, this is where we're heading for. So, do we want a diversion? Let's try it. Forest, we get to scavenge. This forest seems relatively open and easy to explore, so hunting should be both simple and safe. Oh, do it then. Bang, bang, bang. Your exploration is interrupted by a low growl. It's a wolf agitated by your sudden arrival. Shoot the wolf, knock it out, run away. It's going to take up some bullets if we shoot it. We are running quite low on food. Shoot the wolf. Firearms failure. You are too slow. The wolf attacks one of your companions. Oh dear. Before you manage to put it down. You spend a few hours hunting in the woods and find some fresh meat to add to your supplies. Oh, look, she's gone all frosty. That's not good. Meat, animal fat, timber, fur. Take it all. Take it all. Right, so what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean she's really messed up? Do we have to heal her? So if we heal someone, it heals them completely. Good to note. Good to note. While travelling with your party, you suddenly hear some noise in the distance. As you move closer, you identify the sounds as human voices. A group is arguing animatedly near an old house. Most of them are armed with melee weapons, but the one that seems to be the leader has a gun in his right hand. So I can either talk to them or talk to them. We have no way of getting away from this. Alright? You slowly approach the group. As soon as they spot you, the man with the gun turns to you and addresses you in a friendly manner. Greetings, travellers. I don't know what brings you here, but since you haven't attacked us, it seems that you've come in peace. Am I right? Despite his friendly demeanour, the man keeps his gun drawn. What's going on? Yes, you are. What brings you here to the middle of nowhere? We aren't raiders, if that's what you mean. Yeah, we'll say we aren't raiders, if that's what you mean. We're going to keep it distant. Because we don't know this guy. He don't know us. He's got a gun. We've got several guns, but he doesn't need to know that. We're not bandits. Good to know. We are decent people pursuing a murderer. The beast killed 3 good men and ran away, hoping to hide inside that house. Can you help us deal with him? He's armed and dangerous, and we can use all the help we can get. Suddenly you hear a deep voice coming from the house. It won't be necessary. I'm coming outside to let you finish your job. Oh. A massive black man emerges from the house, carrying a little girl in his arms. You can clearly see the blood dripping to the ground from the child's body. The armed man and his people raise their weapons and draw back in fear. The large man comes closer, letting you witness the despair on his face. Are you happy now? You took the life of my little girl, and now you can take mine too. What? How glorious and noble you are. Shut up, you filthy dog. You killed 3 of my people. You brought this upon yourself. The man falls to his knees and slowly lays the girl's body on the snow. She's been shot in the chest. Why don't you tell them the whole story? Tell them how you attacked us. Tell them what you wanted to do with us. Tell them how you wanted to sell us as slaves. Pay no attention to his words. He's lying. He's a lying coon thug, and he needs to pay for his actions. Demetria is silent, but she's clearly appalled by the scene. Hey, little kid's been killed here. You know, This is heavy. This is really heavy. What really happened here? As I said, don't trust his words. He lies like any other murderer does when facing justice. He's got a dead child in his arms. He's got a dead child in his arms. The black man starts laughing, but soon enough his laugh turns into a frustrated cry as he looks at the girl's body. Do what you want, I don't care. I won't let you kill him. You're right, murderers deserve no mercy. That's why we're going to kill you all instead. Do as you like, we don't want any trouble. I won't let you kill him. What, are you crazy? What does that mean? Attack the armed man without saying a word. It sounded pretty clear to me. We're going to get rid of you vermin. Do I just go straight in? I presume that means we get the jump on him if we fight him. Or insult him. We'll insult him. He might run. The black man jumps to his feet and smashes the leader of the slaves with incredible force. Then he grabs his gun from the ground and starts shooting. Select your weapons. What do you mean select your weapons? Have they not been selected already? I'm hoping they've been selected already. I can't. I literally cannot click anything. So I presume they've got weapons already and we're good. So let's start the fight. Yeah, right. So how many of them? I mean, we got double the health. We should be alright here. We should be alright here. So, So insight and silver bullet. No. No. Snipe. Firearms ranged damage and enemies morale reduction. I'll do that. Boom. It's one down. Bronze cover and bronze insight. Allies morale recovery. Can we do 2? No, we can't. We'll do that. Putting our morale all the way up. We're going in for a beating. Melee damages and enemies morale reduction. That'll do. I mean, they've got just as bad as we do. They're definitely hitting softer than we are, which is good. Our turn. Oh, got a few more now. All right, so bronze maneuver with the arrow. Increase range damage dealt by allies for 3 turns. Go on, why not? Bronze stealth does nothing by itself. Shadow hunter, bow range damage, allies morale recovery and enemies morale reduction. I'll take that. And then we're just going in for a beating. Skirmish. Slaughter! Melee damages and enemy morale reduction. I mean, that's going to finish them off. Boom shakalak. What they got? Med kit. Adds 5 medicine units. An ammo box, 25 bullets. Boom shakalaka laka. Oh, woo wah woo. The little girls, I mean, all the girls are hurt. The boys are alright. That's fine. Cool. You take a moment to look around. Your companions are mopping up the fools who didn't escape when they had the chance. The fight is over and the black man is standing idle, with his hands and clothes covered in blood. He is looking at the little girl's body without uttering a single sound. Was she your daughter? Are you okay? Say nothing. Let's ask if he's alright. The man raises his eyes. His expression is no longer furious, replaced instead by anguish and despair. He finally replies, in body, I am. In spirit, I will never be okay again. They took everything from me. Everything. What will you do now? Why would they do something like that? Or say nothing. We did play in the original part the strong silent type, so I don't really know how to respond. What will you do now, I suppose? I will bury my beautiful child. His voice trembles as he starts to cry. And there I will stand, watching over her until I die. Or maybe you can come with us, live another day and find something else to live for. Yeah, I kind of want him on my side. He seems like a noble guy. I think he needs companionship. What you say isn't wrong, but I no longer have any reason to push forward. You have nothing to lose but your life. Maybe it's wiser to see what lies ahead before killing yourself. Don't waste your life, and nobody knows what fate still has in store for you. I won't force you to come with us, but we're more than willing to welcome you. I'm going to put there's nothing to lose. The man comes closer and looks you in the eye. He's at least a foot taller than you, and his shoulders are incredibly wide. So be it. There's wisdom in your words, but please let me give my little girl a proper burial. The man leaves, taking the girl's body with him. After some time, he returns and turns to you. My name is Mobo Laji, stranger, and Mobo from now on, and I will do my best to help you and your companions. I don't know you, but you try to do the right thing, and that's enough for me. I will do everything that's necessary for the survival of this group, but I have a single request. Please, respect my mourning and don't ask me to tell you about what happened. Or, better yet, just pretend nothing happened at all. Hey man, I respect a man's boundaries, and if that's how you want to play this, then that's fine. Understood, we welcome you to our family, Mobo. I hope you will find peace travelling with us. Strong silent type. I dig it. I dig it. Alright, let's get everyone healed up, and I think that is where we're going to end this episode. We can hunt. You know what? We'll finish on a hunt. The forest seems relatively open and easy to explore. Blah, 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 blah. Continue. Oh, we didn't do too bad. More meat, animal fat, timber, fur. We'll take it all. And this is where we shall end this episode. So, thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.